That like ending shot with the Titans and the spinning whatever it was.
It's a tight shots.
The shot of Lando's face with the helmet. What's the story there? Because that's another thing that like I feel like I would be like, this is either going to look awesome or it's not going to look like anything. Like if I just pitch that to someone, it's like this may look super fake and cheesy. It looks awesome in the ad. But like, were you confident that was gonna look good? Because when you look at the BTS, it's almost like this is a dorky dude.
Everybody's
in a chair.
like laughing in the setup too. That's doing it.
Man,
Yeah,
It's like you're just like, this is so cool, but we don't know if this is gonna work.
It's so true. No, I mean, man, honestly, I mean, it's a little bit of what I said. You know, like I think because I'm becoming more this guy who like puts an idea out there, and I have to commit to that idea. So when I pitched the idea of like. He had an idea of a shot of he wanted him to see only his helmet or his eyes at the end and just have him speed. That was his end shot from the very first meeting, and I was like, okay, there's quite a few ways we could try that. And then obviously their helmets are so like tight. It's not like a motorbike helmet which like reflect nicely. So we had to really get into the eyes, which was really tricky. And I was like, you know, this is going to be somewhere where we have to experiment a little bit. So we had a few variations of the rig where I knew from the very beginning, I told Vinny, you know, let's rig this four Asteras a bit apart from each other so they look like they're at different heights. And we need to bring it down to eye line, mostly to get inside there. Then add another layer, which was just a passing light, top light. And then I even had the gaffer just passing with another light, doing red light. And, you know, to add in like layers and layers. And I remember with the first time we tried it, we didn't have time to test it, but luckily we had time on the day where we were shooting on, where we knew this was a tricky shot. So I added a bit of extra time because that extra time I used to test. I don't really tell the AD or anyone. I'm just like, I'm going to need this much time.
Smart man.
But in reality, what I'm doing is just testing out if it's going to work or not. So we tested out, and first with some colors, McLaren colors, and I felt it was like it didn't look like he was going through. And then we tried the different speeds. The speed played a key role because like having it very slow, and the thickness, you know, you're putting the Astera in a chase sequence. I mean, even the thickness of the chase played a big role. So we tried half the Astera and it looked horrible. And then we ended up doing a tiny, tiny piece. And I remember watching a video where Lando, or I think a McLaren Formula driver, goes through that Monaco tunnel that has like separate tiny lights across. And I remember seeing that reflection on the helmet was super fast. And I was like, this is what we need to emulate somehow. So we were tiny little pieces of Astera going at max speed almost, and a little bit of camera shake. And hopefully, you know, you never know if it's going to work or not. I think there's always a little part of you must know this. There's a little bit of a gamble every time. So
well, and especially with no sound design, because the sound design sells it. But when you're watching just the squeaky stand go around, it's like
you have to like almost make the sound in your head like
while
you're doing it to be like, okay, this will work or not.